I don't know why. I don't know. I think they got no choice but to ride Jinder now because, I mean, this guy is hated by everybody. And by the way, thanks for making your way over here to the Corrupted Podcast's YouTube channel as my YouTube channel continues to be jacked up today. This is the longest I've ever seen an appeal take from YouTube, but I do have, speaking with a connection about it, trying to figure that out. Also want to say shout out to everybody on Twitch, watching us live on twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS. And everybody here on YouTube.com/Corrupted Podcast. The Corrupted Podcast is going to have a lot of highlights from the Corrupted Show. Also want to let you guys know that donations should work. I don't think Super Chat is enabled on this channel, so I don't know how that would work. The $ in the corner, I don't know if you can Super Chat on here yet. I don't know if I've enabled that. But I will enable it soon. And I also, and the regular donations do work. The link is here. That should work for you, hopefully. So let me know if there's any issues with any of that shit. Thanks for everybody that, showed up and came over here. We just hit 800 subs. So, I mean, 500 subs in the last 2 hours to this channel. So, you guys heard about it. But, man, I don't know, man. Just a fucking bland show tonight. And I was so mad last night from Raw that I'm all angered out. Like, I'm angry out. I'm not ready to rage. I'm just ready to drink some coffee and wake myself up and play some Diablo later tonight and do a podcast I need to do. I've been working on multiple podcasts that you guys won't hear for, like, weeks off air. That's been really cool. And that shit. I didn't fucking sleep last night, I'll tell you that. Goddamn coffee maker ain't working right. That sucks. And what else do we got here? And yeah, shout out to all the people that followed me on Twitch. I see all you guys. There's so many people that followed. So that's appreciate you guys going beast mode with the follows. 85 watching on Twitch. Couple, 400 on YouTube. Hit that sub button down below. And anybody who's not used to my channel and doesn't know my channel, we're going live on this YouTube channel, Corrupted Podcast, because right now I'm unable to go live from my regular YouTube, which is Joe Cronin Show. So make sure you go sub Joe Cronin Show, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, so you don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos. I'm just unable to go live from there. So that's just a little programming deal for everybody. So the Ascension are live. Okay, and let's talk about the Singh brothers first. Jinder comes out, the Singh brothers. Nakamura hits the ring, pushes the Singh brothers. They hold him back. I get the story that's going on here. I didn't care too much. I think part of it's because, you hate Mahal so much, and, Shinsuke don't talk much. I think it's okay. The story is, like, okay, but it so reminds me of, like, WrestleMania 11. It reminds me of that WrestleMania 11 time, like the 1995 time. I feel like we're in that era again. Like, it's bizarre. It is what it is. I thought the belt should have been off Mahal by now. Maybe even with Cena. I don't know. But you know why it's not? Because Cena's on Raw. He's got all this shit to film. I watched the Cena Roman promo again, and I've got more. I'm going to make a whole video about that, by the way. So we'll talk about that later. So the Ascension come out versus Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin. I feel like Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, they just don't look right 100% together. It's awkward to see them. They do, like, you'd think they'd fit because whatever, but anyway, Shelton looked great. And all I could think was, Shelton Benjamin could become a champion. Like, Shelton could go for a United States title or honestly Intercontinental Championship or WWE Championship. I don't know, it's weird. I was just picturing him and I was like, man, he's matured so much that he has a presence. I don't know if he could be a champion coming out to "Ain't no stopping me, no." That music was. But it was, it is what it is for him, I suppose. What was that about? I don't know. Meltzer says the whole thing was scripted. I mean, it was probably a little bit scripted, or at least they talked about it like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You know, that type of stuff. The Rose, thanks for the host on Twitch. Thank you guys for hosting me on Twitch. And what's up to everybody? I think everybody finally figured out that I was live over here. But, you know, I mean, obviously they're in the back and they're like, all right, we're going to cut this shoot. We're going to do this shoot style promo. You know, the only debate you could have is it a worked shoot or, you know, but most likely they just went in the back and he said, hey, I'm going to say this type of shit about you and you say this type of shit about me and let's just go out there and let it fly, you know. And that's what I think happened, but, you know, they clearly scripted some of it, it seemed, because Roman just didn't seem, he seemed like he lost his place at the beginning of it. He was like, what? Wait, I'm dumb. I can't figure this out. Hit that sub button down below, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Corrupted Podcast, and make sure to subscribe to my real channel, The Joe Cronin Show, on YouTube. And the donations link is down below. Let me know if it's working. Throw them dollars. We'll see if it works. It should work as always. The donations should work. They work on Twitch, too. You can find the PayPal link there on Twitch. You can do bits on Twitch, but whatever you guys want to do, drop them, and we'll see what happens. And we'll see if they work. They should work just fine, though. There shouldn't be any problems with those. Just FYI. That was one of the #1 questions I got earlier was, are they going to work if I donate? It will work. It has to work, you know? Shout out to Amy, who just hosted as well. Man, the hosts are out of control. Knucklehead hosting. Thank you, guys, on Twitch. So, back to where we were. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable beat the Ascension. Big fucking surprise. I mean, wow. I mean, who didn't see that coming? What is the Ascension now? What's the Ascension's record in WWE? Is it like 0-22 or like 1 or like 2-1-30 or I mean, like, what is it on television? I don't even know. It's probably like 1-0/buried. Like, that's what it is. It's not looking good for them. It's also not looking good for Mike Kanellis. Mike Bennett. It's not looking good for them. They seem to have taken the place of Kurt Hawkins. You know, and I'm not really sure exactly what that means, but it's not, I mean, it's not good. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little bit worried about that. I can get my old intro music back, man. People asked about the old intro music. I can get the old intro music back. I can drop that shit whenever I want, man. Yeah, I don't think SmackDown was very good tonight at all. I thought this was cruise control. Thank God there wasn't 3 hours of this tonight, because I would have passed out. I would have died. Trying to read the questions you guys have. Trying to make sure the deal is okay. Yeah, watching 205 Live. Let me know how it is. It's not a bad idea to, like, you know, to put Enzo on there to get people to watch. But like I said last night in my rant about 205 Live, you can't just shout out like, oh, you know, watch the show. Yeah, that's it. Bye. You know, you got to make those people go, oh, damn, you know, I've got to watch this show. So Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable win. Still doesn't just seem right to me. I don't know, but whatever. It makes sense, I suppose. Baron Corbin backstage when Renee Young approaches him for comments. Squandering his money in the bank. He blames it on John Cena. A bunch of crap. Who cares? United States title match. The Open Challenge I was pretty excited for. I was actually surprised to see that it was going to be the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger coming out. And the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger came out. And he lost. But he was interfered with by Corbin and all that stuff, so it was a quick tap out. So I didn't mind that. But it was just chaotic and ridiculous. You know, I was expecting, oh, man, get that Open Challenge. I want to see that. You know, it was a little bit interesting what they did, but I honestly wanted to see a straight-up match for the title. And I guess what they did was all right, but, man, who gives a shit about Corbin right now? He looks like a chump again, by the way. Corbin comes out to attack Ty Dillinger to be like, no, I'm going to have the title shot. And then Ty Dillinger beats him and then gets the title shot. He beats him to it, and Corbin looks like a schmuck again. And I don't think I've said the word schmuck in 3 years. I don't even think I know what that word means. But AJ Styles wins. Whatever, I guess they got him on television. They got him on TV, I suppose. So, you know, I was excited to see AJ Styles come out and there was going to be an open challenge. And then when I realized there wasn't really going to be a match, it was going to be some schmoz shit, then I was like, well, I'm excited to see Ty Dillinger. And then I was like, oh, Baron Corbin can't get it done again. Whatever happens, I don't even know, man. Whatever. Like, SmackDown tonight felt like a Saturday morning wrestling show. I kept saying this. It felt like Saturday morning wrestling. Like, if this was the show, if this was Superstars, and I woke up on a Saturday morning and this was Superstars, like back in the day when I was a kid and I was eating my cereal on Saturday morning and the WWE was on for an hour. Shit bum! I would have thought this was great.
I love Aiden English. I can see him winning next year's Royal Rumble and facing Jinder at WrestleMania for the WWE title. Do you think Jinder will be champion going into WrestleMania?
Are you on drugs, CJ Crumb? Like, I mean, what the hell? I actually kind of like, Aiden English too a little bit. I like what he does, what he has to offer. I like what they did with him, CJ Crumb. And thank you, CJ Crumb, for becoming a $5 shit bum. And the first one to support the show on a different channel in a couple of years. It's been a few years since I've had to go live from a different channel. If you guys remember, I used to have to go live from Spectrum Gaming or my other gaming channel, which is JCS Gaming. We did it for 6 months at one point. So, anyway. Obviously, my fear in changing is that the donations slow down because a lot of people don't know how to find the show or don't know what's going on and things like that. So, I appreciate that, CJ Crumb, because obviously it gets very nervous to have to change over to another area, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Who knows? You never know. It could be the end. You know, it could it could screw the show up. We never know. But I hope not, and I hope that we figure this out tomorrow and YouTube squares this all away. Thank you to Metaclucky for hosting. UZ Juggalo hosting as well. Sleeping and Gelso, thank you very much. I also have to give a shout out to the new patrons. This is very important because you guys see me getting fucked with, and you guys jump on and you support the show, and you guys are the only ones that are going to keep me going here. Unfortunately, we had a loss of a pledge that was a big pledge today, so the rest of these pledges just made up for that. But I got to shout out Adam Valdez. Adam, thanks for the $5. Fidel Pena, thank you for the $5. And Cody Guada for the $4 a month. And let me see here. Is it? I think it's. I can't get cut off. Oh, there it is. Soto. It's Jorge Soto. Thank you as well, man. I love you guys. Thank you all for becoming new patrons. Let me get this other thing up here. There we go. There we go. So, and poor Jake DeMarco. Jake DeMarco wanted to play Diablo with me earlier today. We were trying to like relax and just have a little calm session. And man, his computer just shit itself. It just didn't want to go for it. But yeah, this felt like a Saturday morning cartoon show, like it was, or wrestling show, like back in the day. It really did. It was like if this was a 2-hour morning wrestling show, I would have said okay. But that's what it felt like. I was just sitting back, relaxing, kind of like brains off. Okay, I get what's happening, but it shouldn't feel like that though. It should feel like SmackDown Live. That's what should it feel like. You know, where's Vince McMahon? I feel like Vince McMahon, it should feel like SmackDown Live. And it didn't feel like SmackDown Live. So that's why there's something wrong with this show tonight. It didn't feel like a nighttime, prime time sort of epic wrestling, anything can happen show. It felt like a Saturday morning wrestling show. And thank you very much. Los amo a todos. Thank you very much. I don't know if I said that right. But probably said it wrong. Shout out to Twitch. What's up, bitch? People saying Vince sucks. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. For the people on Twitch and YouTube, again, I'll repeat it a few times for the new people in here. My YouTube channel is not working with live for a little while right now, so I'm going live from Twitch and going live from youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. But if you guys want to get a hold of me for all my wrestling shows and for Monetize This, which is a Friday night show we do that is not wrestling, where it's kind of over-the-top BS, just look up Monetize This, you'll find it. Then you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Or just type in douchebag a-hole, and I'll pop up too. Same thing. I swear to God, I'll pop up. Mike Kanellis versus Bobby Roode. Glorious! Remember last week's SmackDown, man? There was like glorious donations up the ass. People were pumped for Bobby Roode. I thought he did good again tonight. Just a little squashy match with Mike Kanellis. You know, I was just happy to see Mike in the ring, and I also love Bobby, so that was a win-win for me. I think I enjoyed that a lot. I don't know how much, and that's just because of me being a mark for my friends. But, good little deal. Get Bobby over. You know, Kanellis is there. Use him for how you want to use him. Mike Kanellis is good on the mic, and I don't know if he's ever going to get to do that. They should really give Mike Kanellis the preacher thing. Give him the headset, you know? Gravy, thanks for the host. Epic Face 192, thanks for the host. Busted BA 23, man, we're hosting like crazy on Twitch. Give him that wireless headset. I got one right here, actually. This is what I'm talking about. Give him the Joel Alsleen, or whatever that guy's name is, that won't open up the doors to the refugees in Houston. Shout out to all my friends in Texas who are alive right now, by the way. I feel bad for you guys. I'm seeing pictures of houses destroyed and shit destroyed. I can't even imagine that. You put this on, and actually I got this hooked up. Hey, can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. There we go. Okay, you can hear me. Online persona.
Roode is going to get overexposed on SDL. He shouldn't even be facing jobbers.
He may get overexposed. Everybody else is. Everybody's improperly used, you know. But thank you very much, Online Persona, for dropping 50 bits on Twitch. That's a kind of a tongue twister. Hello, everyone. I want to tell you about how you can love your family, about how you can find love, like I found my wife, you know. And he could just preach to people, put the lights on them.
Hi, Joe.
Be great.
How are you? Screw the Jake Paulers. I need to cleanse myself after saying that. They've been known to community strike critical videos of Jake Paul.
Well, then they're fucking idiots, by the way, Harry. You know, and if the Jake Paulers are the ones that hit my channel, then they're idiots, because the video, I defended him. He was being called a racist all week, and the title said, "Is Jake Paul a racist?" ? And then if they had bothered to watch the video, I said, I don't think he's a racist. He's just a fucking idiot. So I actually defended him. What would you rather be? Someone agree that oh, this person's a racist, or that I just think he's a dumb young kid. You know, I've said fucking crazy shit too. I'm still dumb. I don't give a damn. I said he's not racist. I said I don't think he's racist. I think he's just an idiot. So, you know, if anything, they should have praised my video, because everybody else was calling him a racist. And I actually stuck up for him, saying, I don't know. Looks like a fucking homo, though, with that haircut, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry, I just lost my mind there. I was picturing his face in, like, a creepy, like, Raggedy Ann hair. But yeah, it might be him. Who knows? Go tell Keemstar he was the one that hit my channel. If 200 people tell Keemstar that happened, maybe it will become a story, and maybe I can get on there with Paul, and I'll go off on him on a Skype call. How about that? Make it happen, everybody. You have the power on Twitter. It was funny. One time, I got attention from that other guy because like 200 people retweeted him, like, fuck you, don't fuck with Joe Cronin or whatever. And then, like, we went into this whole thing, and I got a hold of that guy because people tweeted. It was insane. My Twitter goes down, YouTube goes down. But don't worry, Bo, you can't fucking kill me. I will always be here, and I just want everybody to know there will always be JoeCroninShow.com. If fucking all the channels went down and the world exploded and went to hell, even Facebook, Instagram, whatever the fuck, I will always have JoeCroninShow.net. JoeCroninShow.net. And I'm working on the website to make it a little more crisper for you, by the way, so that you can get access to everything I'm doing all the time. I'm going to put a schedule up there. And that way, sure, I might lose the 50,000 people, but there's only really 3,500 people really paying attention right now anyway. But as long as I can get that hardcore group of you, the 500 to 1,000 of you that really give a flying fuck, hey, we can always start over that way. It don't matter to me. This is my life, though. Make no mistake about it. I treat this very seriously, as I said. And, anybody who would do something like that to somebody like me is a sick person, too. You know what I mean? I don't go to a musician's van and steal all his equipment so he can't perform. There's a guy out there right now who's on tour with his band trying to make $30,000 a year to support his couple of his kids and his family. That's what I do here now. And I work 70 hours a week. You got people criticizing. I work 70 hours a week at one point for 4 years on this channel. I work 40 hours a week, and I'd work 20 hours a week, let's be honest, 20 hours a week on YouTube and 40 hours at my other job. Plus took care of all the kids when I had to. So it's like I was always doing something. You can't even fucking hold a candle to that. You have no idea what that's even like. So if somebody out there is in a band and you don't like them and you steal all their equipment, you're a fucking douchebag. If somebody to do that on YouTube, you're just the same. Like, as far as I'm concerned, you basically said, like, hey, let's try to take money away from this guy's kids, Oh, let's try to take money away from this guy's kids. Let's try to ruin what he's doing, But that's okay, because multiple times that's happened, YouTube took care of it for me. And one time, I fucking sued a guy. Didn't get any money, but I got everything. Well, I got a little bit, but we took care of that guy's ass, I broke even, but hey, he ain't gonna do shit again now. And hey, the next guy that does it, fuck it, I don't know. But anyway, let's move on from that rant. We'll take phone calls in a second, by the way. I will take phone calls. 339-226-6610. Once again, if you guys want to donate, the link is in the description box down below. I think Nightbot is working and whoring it out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Nightbot is whoring out the link, but hopefully it is. But otherwise, it's in the description below the video. Or it's the same link for the other one. Okay. Sami Zayn versus Aiden English. Did this match even happen? I gotta be honest, this was when my daughter was going to bed, and I was helping her go to bed, and I swear the match started, and I had come back down, and it was already over. But goddamn, Aiden English beat Sami Zayn. The best thing about the match was really, I think, was probably Kevin Owens on commentary, right? I only saw bits and pieces of it. But I'm pretty sure it was, usually Kevin Owens is good on the mic, so you guys would have to tell me about that. People are saying no Nightbot. All right, well, I guess Nightbot isn't here. Damn you. Fuck you, Nightbot. You fuck Nightbot. All right, well, I'll whore it in the chat then. God damn you, Nightbot. All right, I'm whoring the link in the chat. There it is. Okay, hit that sub button down below, by the way, guys. Maybe there's a problem with with Twitch too. Shit, I don't know. No, I don't think there is, because we got that donation earlier. But I know that super chats won't work right now. So, but anyway, I'll move on from that. I'll figure that out later. It's a work in progress. The Usos versus the New Day. Basically, another quick match. All these matches, for the most part, were rushed. We didn't really get a match tonight. You know what I mean? For the most part, we really didn't get a full match. Every match was just sort of a thing to do. Have the match to sort of set up the story or set up something else. So there was no match that was like, wow, that's the one I'll go back and watch. You'll never watch any of these again. In fact, I'd rather watch Bobby Roode's match probably over anything else. So, Usos versus New Day. Didn't matter to me much. New Day's backs are up against the wall at this point. Usos get the win. Whatever. Tamina Snuka versus Tina Stock. Dude, where did they get this jobber from? This girl was terrified, and like actually I think terrified in this match. Multiple awkward throws. The last final throw outside the ring, she didn't know if she was going to be thrown under the ring or over the ring, or she was afraid to go over the top, or I don't know what. I think she didn't know which rope she was going through. But normally what you do is you let the person bring you to the ropes, and as they make the motion, that's when you find out where they're throwing you. If Tamina stands up straight and makes the motion to throw her, and she's standing up with Tamina, then you throw yourself over the top rope. If Tamina starts to grab you and then pull you down and throw you under, that's when you throw yourself under the rope. But the girl, when they were about to get towards the rope, went into like fucking business for herself or something. Like, oh, I'm going to try to go under the rope, I think. Or maybe no. And boy, did that look fucked up. Tamina Snuka can't buy it, but can't just get, I don't know. So they seemingly flipped Lana and Tamina Snuka, right? Because we thought that it was Lana and Tamina. Tamina was going to be Lana's like bodyguard or whatever the shit. But now it's Lana telling Tamina to crush, and she's Tamina's manager, I guess. I don't get why Lana can't be Rusev's manager as well. Why can't Lana be the manager of both? Why can't Lana manage both? In fact, like, you know, just like the old school. When a manager was good, Bobby Heenan, what did he manage? Like the Heenan family, he had a bunch of people. And a bunch of other managers. Sherry Martel managed multiple people at a time. I just don't get it. They should have just let... And she makes Rusev better. And she makes Tamina better. Javier! What's up, Javier? He is the perfect opponent. Dillinger.
Joe, what the fuck? It's wrestlers. Do you see getting jobbed out that puts you off the most?
Thank you, Javier, for the perfect 10 donation. I think we had some audio trouble there. I mean, you know what? People have to job, Javier, and I get it. I think that like they brought in the one girl who's a jobber, right? So that was good. They brought in somebody that nobody knows. But for Mike Kanellis and, you know, people like that to have to job so much, that is what's dangerous to me. That is when it's like, because Kurt Hawkins is like the Barry Horowitz of WWE right now. And, you know, you could potentially have another one in Mike Kanellis, but they have such a gimmick, though. You know, Maria Kanellis is coming to ring with him. You have the beautiful Maria Kanellis, the first lady of wrestling, coming to the ring with Mike Kanellis. We're talking about the Kingdom, the Miracle. And they're jobbing to Bobby Roode. The threat goes down. I mean, it seems like Aiden English moved up. Like, with this situation, they've been so... And one thing I will say is, when you do job a bunch and you bust your ass, it seems like, at least with Road Dogg, I gotta say this, at least with Road Dogg, it seems like when you get shit on, eventually you do get that chance, because they go, thank you for doing that. Now you get your spot. Now you get your chance. And I'm trying to think of examples of that, because I had good examples of it. Now that they've been lost on me. But thank you, Javier, for that donation. I'm trying to think of shit. I mean, well, Aiden English is the example that I gave. So, you know, he went from complete job to becoming a little bit of a threat. But he has a gimmick. He's the heel. Job. Here it comes. Let's do it.
$9 for a
fuck, someone donated 9. I'm getting hard, I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9, I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9, suck my dick. Suck it, fuck it, suck it.
Stay strong, Joe.
Yo.
This bullshit will pass. They can try to keep you down, but the loyal JCS Arnie will always have your back. Follow me back on your new account, Mo F BOI.
You know what's funny?
Shout out to the good brothers. Shout out to the chat.
Hey, Old Man Davey, I'm thinking about bringing Discord back for the patrons, too. Thank you, Old Man Davey, man. I love you, dude. And I did see you on Twitter. It's so weird, dude. I just saw you on Twitter, and I was like, fuck, I gotta follow Old Man Davey. Dude, thank you for the $9, man. Thank you guys all for the support that you've given. You guys keep the show fucking rolling on. Oh, shit. He is the perfect jobber.
I was surprised that they had Ty Dillinger, Mike Kanellis, and The Ascension in one show.
I know, right? Schleppy, I liked it, man. Schleppy, thanks for the $10, dude. How you been, Schleppy? I was happy about it, but you know what I mean? I'm a douchebag because, again, dude, every time I see Mike on the TV, like, I'm just like, fuck yeah, go get him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like that thing you root for somebody. So to me, it's different. But if I was somebody who wasn't, if I didn't, you know what I mean? I feel like I keep saying this. I'm not trying to be like, oh look, I know. I'm just saying like there's a bias there. And if I was you guys or somebody that didn't know him, and I was just watching him on SmackDown, I'd be like, this shit's toast. You know, I'd be cynical as shit. But I think he's doing a good job. I just, they need to give them a direction with that gimmick. He needs to get some heat rather than just be the guy that, he showed up, quickly showed the gimmick real quick, and then it just went away. It's all about heel. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And I am simply just happy that I get to see Mike on the television. At this point, you know what I mean? At this point, to get TV time on SmackDown, I'm just happy that he's damn on the TV. At this point. And Nick, thank you for the 10 bits. They don't pop up under 20 bits. It's got to be at least 20 to pop up, and that is equal to 20 cents, by the way. So you can see why 10 cents we don't have that pop up every second. But thank you, Nick. I do see it. And everything helps. But I do got a shout-out on Patreon. If you guys have not been to my Patreon page yet, or the Patreon website, or on the Patreon app on your phone, download the Patreon app. It's free to download it. And while you can support me monthly on there with money, there's a free poll that's up there right now. We're working on a tour, and I'm not sure yet who's coming with me on the tour, so I don't want to announce that yet. But we're working on a tour around the U.S., possibly to Canada, possibly to the U.K., but probably not, but at least right now in the U.S. at least. And I'm trying to find out what cities people are in that they would buy a ticket to come out to see it. That is up on my Patreon link right now. So later on, guys, when this is over, if you can remember, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Or download the Patreon app and search Joe Cronin Show, and you'll see me. We have like 170 patrons or something like that. You'll see it. But the poll is free for everyone to see, so everybody can see this poll and vote on it. I just want to get an idea. I'm thinking perhaps of doing like live podcasts in front of everybody. Speakers, bringing people up on stage with us to talk and stuff, and just doing all these question shit. And also, I don't know if we're going to bring wrestlers with us, like book a different wrestler in different areas to show up on those nights. That would be cool. Don't know, it's like the beginning stages, but I'm trying to get a feel of what makes sense, Like, depending on the wrestlers we book, we can do advertising on Facebook in those areas and probably draw some crowd for them. And probably draw some crowd for me. And if there's other YouTubers that come with me, draw a crowd from them.
It seems like a few wrestlers need to join Vinnie Mac's Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah, probably. Someone needs to kiss ass and then kick ass. Okay? Thank you for dropping those bits, Nick. And also Hot Wheels. Thanks for hosting me on Twitch. If you guys want to subscribe to my real YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. My new Twitter account is @RealJoeCronin, as you can see down here in the bar. See this bar? Salrex made this. Hit Salrex up on Twitter if anybody needs graphics for anything made. Dude's a beast. @Salrex Gaming. Or what's his real thing? Is that what it is? Oh, he's goddamn forget it. I gotta follow, oh, there's Sasha Banks. Yeah, it's @Salrex Gaming. He makes all the backgrounds, all the layouts. He's a beast. And he's cool. I'm thinking all of New England. So, you know, Boston, New Hampshire, Maine even, Rhode Island, Connecticut, or Connecticut or Rhode Island. I'll probably pick one of those. We'll go down to Florida, maybe the North Carolina, South Carolinas, maybe Louisiana, then Texas, maybe Colorado, then California, Washington State perhaps, and Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, home. That's what I would like to do. Boston's an easy show to do because I'm here. So I'm probably going to test the waters with one in Boston and see what happens. You know, we'll get a wrestler. We'll get somebody that will be kind of cool to have, and we'll do something. So I'm working on that, but please just tell me where your location is so I can try to figure that out. And try to vote if you're somebody that's like, you know, as long as it's not a work night, you'd actually come out to see it. And you'd pay for the ticket because we got to make something. And we're going to be doing a charity stream for the hurricane stuff. I'm figuring that out, too. I want to do something. We'll talk about that later.
Sleeper Smackdown. Is it just me or is the Breezango thing getting old? Jinder Mahal is the biggest example of jobber turn to fame. What do you think of Gable's and Benjamin's music?
Waymore, I will say that... Thank you, Waymore, for the 666. I will say that the theme is... not as good as Gable's old theme. I thought that theme was great. So I don't... why do these themes has to change? Now nobody... maybe they're going to give it back to Jordan. Maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to give it back to Jordan. They have to, right? Well, the theme that Gable and... oh my God. Shelton Benjamin have is better than... all the other newer themes. It's better than those. Because it's got an uptick. It's like a sports beat. It's still not as good, but it's better than what they could have done, I guess. CFO is saying, by the way, they're saying on Twitter they are not doing these themes. CFO tweeted out, not our theme. Like, they're getting so much shit, they actually have to tweet out, those aren't our themes. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know if I could get Ken and Bailey to come with me everywhere, but I think I could get Bailey on a couple of those shows that I just spoke of traveling around the U.S., and I'm sure we could get Ken for, like, New Jersey, New York, and maybe Boston. So that is a possibility for the East Coast for Ken. I don't know what they'll come to for the other shows. But there you go. So that should be a good time. We'll figure it out. We'll have to schedule it, work it around our schedules. You know, of course I have the 3 kids. I've got all the podcasts and the live streams I got to do. I do the website stuff. You know, it's. Well, if I can get some time off of that, or get, you know, Jake DeMarco will run some of that stuff for me while I'm gone. Maybe, you know, we'll figure that shit out. We'll get it working.
Does anyone agree to book a Sexy Star versus New Jack in a shoot pro wrestling match? Maybe an armbar submission match.
Yeah, armbar submission match. Well, when the armbar happened tonight, I was like, oh no. You know, don't rosemary her. Harry, thanks for the 20 bits, Harry. Sexy Star, I've been trying to decipher everything she says on Twitter, but it's all in Spanish. So, like, I hear half of it. So, I wish she would tweet out what she's saying so I could translate it better. I heard some of what she said and half of what she said. Like, one of the videos, she was like, I'm just happy to be me, and we're here. And, you know, if everybody wants to hate, you know, go ahead and hate. I know the truth, stuff like that. I think that's what she said, but then she said some other things after that I didn't quite make out in Spanish. But once again, los amo a todos.
You know what? I fucking came in a bowl and your mother drank cum soup from me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Drink that cum.
Orton versus Nakamura. If Nakamura loses, then his career is over. All because of that botch. that nearly killed Cena, which made Vince mad at him cause he loves him like he is his husband. WWE is living in denial.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good, right? I mean, Shinsuke, is he not get a shot at the title, and now he's got to face Orton, it looks like? Super Laser 64, thanks for the donation. Super Laser, you're a beast. Eat that jism soup. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of these, I don't know. It's one of these things. It doesn't matter. But anyway, where were we with the show? I don't even know. Let me see. Hold on, let me get back to the show. Oh, shit. Oh, Schleppy. Look at that. What's that, pyro? We don't have pyro anymore.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Suck it. Swallow it. Suck it.
The New Day and the Usos will be in a prison shower match for the tag titles, where the loser is the team that drops the soap.
Oh, God, man. Schleppy, thanks, man. Yeah, the losing team drops the soap and puts it in the other team. How about that? Schleppy, thanks for the $9, man. Wouldn't it be nice to see WWE Pyro again? We could see WWE Pyro again. That'd be cool. All right, well, let's wrap this thing up here so we can take phone calls. 339-226-6610 if you're in the U.S., as always. You can follow me. You can also Skype me, Danny Deadly, and I might accept your Skype thing. There's a bunch of them. Tamina versus Tina, that was weird. Yeah, we left off there. Randy Orton, Shinsuke versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev. Didn't care for this at all, really. It was a little bit longer, probably one of the longer matches of the night. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura win. RKO out of nowhere. So what's going to happen next week? I didn't care for it. Didn't care. I don't really care that much what happens next week on SmackDown. That's been something that SmackDown's done really well for us. A lot of times they've done well with like, oh, well, I want to see what happens next week on SmackDown. Tonight, I didn't feel that way. I was like, I just don't care. I want this to be over because I don't want to fall asleep. So I want this show to be over. That's what I thought about tonight. And that's about it. Show was fairly boring. I don't know if Raw was better or SmackDown was better. I think Raw had some better moments, but at least SmackDown was shorter. I don't know. I think Raw might have beat it this week, though. 408, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, this is cool. First time calling here.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, there wasn't many calls right now, so you got right through.
All right, so I just want your opinion on Randy Orton, because I feel like he's just so boring. Like, it's unbearable to watch him.
I can't stand Orton anymore. Like, I couldn't before, but I really can't now. I have like zero interest in Randy Orton at this point.
Yeah, me either. It's just, I don't know, like.
And you know what? I don't even know. I don't know how to book him other than a heel. I would make him. I guess maybe make him a heel. I don't know. I don't know how to book him. That's all I can say is I don't know. Like, have him face, have him start working with. I would actually turn him into like working with younger talent, and I don't know if he'd go for that, but I'd be like, you know what? Let's just have him work with younger talent. Let's have him beat guys, but the guys will have good matches with him. Like have him in the ring with Mike Bennett and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like people like that. And have these people work their way up. I'd like to see Aiden English actually right now challenge Orton and have a feud between Orton and English and have that feud make sense and whatever. And then you could go with that and leave it on the lower tier area, of stuff. But that's just me. I don't think there's anything you can do much else with him right now. That's just how I feel. He's boring at this point to me. He's not. I don't like him as a heel really, but I definitely don't like him as a face. Unless it's like a cheap pop type of thing, where Orton shows up to RKO somebody, and I don't know. you can only do the RKO to be like, oh, the RKO, like, so much. You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin has a similar move, right? The stunner. When you hit that stunner, the crowd erupts. Same thing with the RKO.
Watching WWE now is like a try not to cringe challenge with a high chance of losing.
Thanks,
I like
Harry.
the dual broadcast of YT and Twitch BTW.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, we're live on twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS, and we're live on youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. Which, by the way, guys, if you don't listen to Corrupted Podcast, I think you'll like it. It's 2 hours long, usually on Saturday nights, or technically Sunday at 1 in the morning. But we say Saturday, but it's technically Sunday at 1 in the morning U.S. For like $2 a month on Patreon, you can hear every episode live and early. Otherwise, you can hear episodes on iTunes for free. If you guys want, check it out, Corrupted Podcast. Episode 12 is up on iTunes. It's only got half the amount of listens because I don't think I've advertised it enough, but it's up on iTunes right now if you haven't heard it. A lot of you haven't heard it. So 2 hours long. Me, Ken, Justin Bailey. It's great. So yeah, like Randy Orton is all that, just like Stone Cold, but Orton doesn't have the bravado of Stone Cold. So Orton's more like everything Orton says I'm bored by. Well, what's going to happen when I come into the ring and I shut your mouth? Or I'm better than you. Like, what is he going to do? Like, none of that, like, what? You know what I mean? It's like Stone Cold, it would be like, you know what I mean? I will beat your ass, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And you'd be like, wow. And then the stunner. But right now, Randy has no personality. He's got the gimmick, you know, the Viper. He's got that slithery snake feeling. I get it. He does have that persona. But he doesn't have anything exciting about him as a face whatsoever, other than he's got a move. That's what he's got. He's got an RKO. That's all he has. Don't have to write for him. Don't have to write good for him. And if you do, what he says sucks anyway. But hey, that RKO is great. It would be like if all night long, I can't forget the analogies. I suck with him, but he's boring, except when he hits the RKO. So so many casual people are lulled into thinking like, wow, I love that Randy Orton. But why? I mean, besides his looks, if you're a girl, I guess. And the fact that he RKOs people, you know, there's just nothing going on right now for him. 347, what's up?
What's up, Joe?
Hey, man, what's up? You're live. How you doing?
I just thought, you know, SmackDown was kind of boring tonight. And, like, if, why is Randy Orton fighting Shinsuke? And, what does Randy Orton deserve another title chance for? They should throw Rusev in there.
I'm sorry, what happens to Rusev now? Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying, why does Randy Orton get another title, chance?
Oh.
What has he done?
You mean, like, why doesn't Randy Orton win the title?
No. Why does he get, a number one contender shot where, I don't think he deserves to, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He's already lost 3 times.
Yeah, I don't get it either. You're right. I don't get it. This guy is lost. Nobody wants to see these two wrestle. I really don't understand what's happening. I couldn't give a shit. I don't know why they're doing it.
And then they take the briefcase off of Corbin for nothing, basically. Well, we all know he said stuff about Meltzer, but you could have kept it on the guy, made it look interesting to him to cash in.
Well, how about Natalya, dude? Did everyone hear Natalya, dude? She was like, you're the Baron Corbin of the women's division. Holy crap, dude. That might have been the best. That might have been the greatest thing I've ever heard Natty say. Besides, as soon as I'm done licking my cat's privates, I'll be ready to go to the ball. Besides that was the best thing that Natty's ever said. Are you kidding me? You know how sad SmackDown was tonight, though? That was one of the best parts of the night. When Natty said that was so ridiculous. But how pathetic is that? Because it's true. I'm like, you got Natty shooting on people? What? That was the best thing that was said tonight. And it was said by Natty? What? Just call me Lucas on the phone. What's up, Luke?
Yo, what's going on, Joe?
How you doing?
No Jake tonight?
He doesn't usually join me for SmackDown. Although I did actually invite him tonight, but I think he's busy.
Okay. Well, sadly, I can't be any help of the SmackDown review because I didn't watch the show. I had other shit I was doing, but as far as what I'm hearing and seeing in the chat, it sounds like SmackDown was a piece of shit. Am I right or am I wrong?
I wouldn't say it's like a piece of garbage or anything, but I'd say like it just was a cruise control lower tier SmackDown. It was like a 4.5 out of 10, like just a sleeper show. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. I describe it. I told everybody earlier. I describe it as Saturday morning super show. Like you're too young to remember, I think. But when I was a kid, Saturday morning wrestling came on for an hour in the morning, and that's all we watched when I was a kid. And this felt like that, kind of like you're eating your cereal, and it's kind of cool and fun. And then like American Gladiators would come on afterwards, and it was like
wasn't that shit like on the CW? Because I remember something like that.
Well, for me, it was on WB 56, I think, or something like that. And yeah, I don't remember exactly what channel. The CW actually wasn't around when I was a kid. It wasn't even here. It wasn't even here yet. Yeah, so it was something else. But
because I think I know what you're talking about. Because I want to say I saw an episode or so on Saturday morning, and I was like, "Whoa, it's on in the morning! It's great," you know. But yeah. As far like I said, as far as SmackDown is concerned, what do you think of the Fandango skit? Because I'm just going through WWE's Twitter feed and seeing any highlights and shit. How did that come off, or was that boring as hell?
How did what come off again?
The Fandango skit with him and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, some people are like, okay, it's getting kind of old now. I still thought it was funny. I think it's what they are is they come on. These guys come on to deliver 3 to 7 minutes of comedy. Every show. That's the role right now. Fine. Because it's still one of the more entertaining things that happened. So, I don't think they hit exactly tonight. I think their last one was bad. I think tonight's was a little bit better than that. But yeah, they've got to, dial up the creativity there a little bit because it's starting to drop back a little bit. But
starting to lose its flair a little bit.
A little bit, but hopefully it comes back because I still enjoy them talking. It's funny, man. It's like. I don't know. It's like they're both. Leah was saying this earlier. Like she's like, they're both idiots, but like they one up each other on being idiots. Like one says something dumb, then the other one says something, so you think the other one's smart, and then Breeze Zango says something even dumber, and you're just like, wow, these guys are dumb as hell, and it's funny. So
yeah. Well, I think at this point, what else do we have to expect? I mean, yeah, if we need stupid. Material that happens to come across as funny, well, hell, I'll take it. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the wrestling kind of sucks at this point. I mean, and we've already discussed why that is freaking creative. But yeah, if we can watch a skit that still maintains its funniness week after week, I mean, I'm down with that.
Right. Yeah, I'm game with that too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What do we got here? 337, what's up?
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Look, touch base with Randy Orton, how you was talking about earlier. It's more so a case of just being indifferent. Go back to 2009, 2010, he was like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Hot like Stone Cold, right?
I don't know if I'd ever... I honestly would never say he was like Stone Cold, but he was definitely way more exciting then, I'll tell you that.
More exciting. But like, think when Dean Ambrose would be the mouthpiece for the Shield whenever they was hot, because that's when Reigns was hot, and I look at Reigns now. Go back to 2009 when Randy Orton was on fire, and look at Randy Orton now. Nobody give a shit. You in a match at WrestleMania with the WWE title on the line with a bunch of bugs underneath you.
Now I wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but I would say that the WrestleMania where Randy Orton lost to Daniel Bryan when he was in there with Batista, that was the Mania when I said I think they finally figured out that Randy's done. Like there's just no I mean Cena's doing it. You know what I mean? Cena
2014, yeah.
Well, see, Cena's taken a back seat. Like he said it the other night, and we've been saying it here. He hasn't main evented WrestleMania in 5 years. He's doing undercard stuff and mid-card stuff as John Cena. But he's still, even if you hate Cena, I don't even like Cena that much. But he can still cut promos on the mic. He's still exciting kind of when he comes out there. He still has, obviously most Cena matches I don't care for, but Randy Orton has gotten so boring to me. It's like he's beyond that. Like he's in like a malaise or something like out there. Like he does not want to be there. That's what it tells me. He just doesn't want to be there.
Well, all of this has to accumulate to him wanting to work with Vince. Sorry, I can't talk today for whatever reason, but yeah, he wants to work with Vince because he's bored and he's not happy with the direction.
Because Vince loves him. I bet you Vince loves him, but I bet you on SmackDown they're like, no, we're doing this with these guys, and he's like, man, get me over there with Vince, because Vince would probably, put him over as opposed to somebody else. Vince is killing all the young talent.
He wants to go to Raw. He's already come out and said it. He wants to go to Raw.
Get him over there. Just get him over there. Screw it, because get him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes to Raw, who does he face?
I mean, he could work with Jericho when Jericho comes back. Oh, no, is Jericho on SmackDown? I don't even remember.
Jericho's on SmackDown.
Oh, Jesus. Well, he could work with Samoa Joe. That'd be great. Those guys, I bet you Samoa...
That would be awesome. I would love that.
That would be awesome. I'm the Viper, you're Joe, and they just have they could have, those are two guys who, Samoa Joe's a real good speaker on the mic. Maybe he'd elevate Orton a little bit, and then Orton would be in a big situation. That could, man, that would be exactly what I would do. I would say, hey, Vince, you know what? We got to get Orton off of SmackDown. You got something for Samoa Joe because Braun and Brock are working and Roman's working, and you got to get him out of that shit. Man, take Randy Orton. Let's do Joe and Orton 3 matches, and that takes care of Orton for like 3 or 4 months now. So you can go, good. He's taken care of. He's happy. Great.
Yeah. Well, I would think as soon as Joe comes back from this apparent injury he suffered, you got to have him face someone like an Orton, where Orton can elevate himself, like you said, and get back to what he was, or at least some decent self of what he was, or some shit, because right now, God, he looks like a freaking nightmare, freaking bore.
I also wonder.
Gotta get him back to what he was back in 2010, man. Because even with the Vine that RKO out of nowhere, WWE was late with that, and that was, I think, last year, and nobody really gave a shit about RKO out of nowhere
Joe,
because
it
really
sucks
wasn't
about
that hot.
YouTube. Seriously,
like
WTF, man, I have to watch.
People go crazy. Yeah. Look what he just did to Rusev at SummerSlam. The crowd popped because it was out of nowhere, but look how fast the match was over.
Yeah, because that's all he has. It's here's the RKO and that's it. Arushin Chu just said, Joe, it sucks about YouTube. Yeah, it does. We'll get it figured out though. Arushin Chu, thanks for the $5, bro. And listen, I would say to anybody out there, at this point, if anybody wants to drop a couple bucks, I would do it to like the Red Cross or the people in Texas. Look for like a legit charity thing. I'm gonna try to figure out a stream to like, I don't know, figure out a way to raise money and stuff.
Well, I know on Facebook right now, they whenever you log in to your page, they bring up there's a thing to donate to. So if anyone in the chat, or if you guys are on Facebook, they have a way to donate to the Hurricane Harvey relief. So
maybe. Yeah, it's I'm gonna try that. The Facebook. There's also something you can text too. But yeah, I'll check the Facebook one out too. But yeah, I just we'll throw a couple bucks over there. It's hard to like complain over here, like when the stuff is going on in Texas right now. It's weird, man. I knew one guy that was there that got flooded last time. I mean, I know a lot of people now. They're sending pictures and crap. So hopefully everybody's okay. I assume if you're listening to this, but I mean, you could be okay in your house, but stuff could be ruined. Thanks for the call. 337.
Well, hell, on the way home, I was listening to ESPN radio, and a lot of the Houston Texans players are very upset that they have to do this preseason game coming up against Dallas. I think that's who they're playing. They don't want to play it because they don't want first responders to go away from the hurricane relief.
Yeah, I mean, I don't what are they doing? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they would pull any first responders away. And I get it, like, for security for the building, or is that what you're saying? Like, they
just don't want, like, firefighters and EMTs to go away from the hurricane relief at all, because apparently that's what they think, so.
Yeah, but not everybody's there. They have to keep some people at stations, and some people are stationed other places. I mean, they can just get help from other areas. I mean, I can't believe you'd pull out all the first responders to do that. I mean,
They also said once the regular season starts, that they're asking all these fans to come to their games and stuff, but they don't know the condition of the roads once the waters go down. You don't know. You just don't know. So.
Yeah, I got you there. And to go back to the point on Orton, I believe Orton was going to be taking some time off in like 4 or 5 months, I heard. So the perfect way to get him out of there is to have him feud with Samoa Joe, and maybe then you could have him stand up to Braun Strowman, and he goes to RKO Strowman, and he just can't do it, and Strowman just falls back down on his feet. Strowman turns him around, just smashes him, and breaks Randy Orton's arm or something. And then you could really put over Strowman strong while Randy takes his 1 month absence or 4 weeks absence or whatever it is, 6 weeks. I forget where I saw it. It might not be true, but I saw it, and usually reports like that are fairly correct, just because they don't usually want to throw out dates like that if they're not. So I think that his off time is around November maybe.
Mm-hmm. Well, going back to that last caller, he's right. The best work Randy does is when he's in some kind of group or faction. Legacy in 2009 and 2010, Evolution when he started, and then Evolution recently. I mean, he does his best work when he's in a group. That's just the way it is. And if he can be the leader of that group, then it just elevates his status even more.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. As far as Orton, I don't know what to do with him. Just whatever. That's what I said is what all I can do to think about it. Shout out to Cindy York, Kayla, Tall Midget, because he wants to walk with Elias.
Oh goodness.
I swear to God, he's going to be over soon. People are going to start chanting that. People are going to be starting saying like, "Oh, who wants to walk with Elias?" I guarantee it. You watch it happens. Darth Rivers, what's up in the chat? How you doing, Darth?
Darth Rivers.
God. Darth Rivers.
That was the funniest thing. I swear to God. Oh my gosh. I only have 72 hours to live.
I told you, Michelle has a penis.
We all know it. She's a transgender.
I wonder what's happening on 205 Live. Yeah, Enzo Amore can't save the show. I've said it a million times, man. They gotta make you want to see it. They gotta show you the wrestling is awesome, and they can't do that. And I think they've tried a couple times. It's just like Sasha Banks. It never clicks the right way.
Nope, never does.
By the way, the Mae Young Classic was great. I did a review on it on Joe Cronin Show on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys sub my YouTube channel where I talk about wrestling, which is youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Hit me up on Twitter at Real Joe Cronin, and we'll talk over there. And I want to get Tommy on here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Oh, goodness, no.
Oh, God. No. Tommy, what's up, Tommy?
Not much. How are you guys doing tonight?
How you doing, Tommy?
I'm doing good. What's up?
Nothing, man. How you doing? What? Are you in a hurricane right now?
No, I'm not in a hurricane. Why do you ask?
What's up, man? What'd you think of SmackDown?
I thought it was decent. I liked the ending match, except I didn't like the part where Shinsuke Nakamura got RKO'd by Randy Orton. Still a heel at heart.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Not Shinsuke.
Shinsuke Nakamura?
You said Shinsuke.
Yeah, you're not saying his name right, Tommy.
Shinsuke.
I'm sorry. I do like him as a wrestler. I think he has the next. I think he could be honestly the next staple of the company, in my opinion. I think that they need to just, they need to make him champion. I think, honestly, in my opinion,
Shinsuke.
No. Stop saying gay.
I'm sorry. I'm like trying to.
Ready? We're gonna do this.
Japanese way of how it says his name. Shinsuke.
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke. Shinsuke.
Just say it. Don't even try. Tommy, just stop. Just stop trying. We all know. Just say Nakamura.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Repeat after me, Tommy. I am gay.
No,
okay, no, but Tommy, what? Anyway, so yeah, I'm glad you called, Tommy. Despite
Mm-hmm.
you realize I got all screwed up by YouTube, and I got to be live on this other channel right now.
Yeah, I was upset about that. I was just like, damn it, Joe's doing so well on his channel, and now YouTube does this shit to him. Like, you hit 50K subscribers, and I think that's awesome, dude. I think that achievement just at that is amazing, and by the hard work and ethics that you are doing on your channel, and for YouTube to kind of hit you in the gut like this.
Damn them!
All because the video said, "Is Jake Paul a racist?" They're gonna protect his ass. What an agenda they have! It is so stupid. I'm so sick and tired of this whole agenda that YouTube and Twitter has to protect these guys. And obviously, I've heard your point about it, Joe. It's stupid. I hate it.
My next video is gonna be: Is Jake Paul being raped?
Whose fault this is, by the way? We can blame, honestly.
Who?
He's a vlogger, and what is his name?
Are you gonna say PewDiePie?
No, not PewDiePie. This is a different guy that sold out to Disney, and this is the reason why Disney is in YouTube right now, because this guy sold off his company to Disney.
Are you talking about Casey Neistat?
No, Shay Carl.
Oh, well, they all did this. Casey Neistat sold out to CNN. Shay Carl sold out to Disney. And Disney and CNN both are mad because YouTube gets more views than them. So they want YouTube to fail. So it's everybody. It's all a big conspiracy. Disney gets Shay Carl. Casey Neistat works for CNN now. PewDiePie is attacked as a Nazi and kicked out off of Disney. They tried to smear him. Everybody can see plain as day what's happening on YouTube, especially from the liberal social justice warriors. And these companies, it's not even about liberal or Democrat, or Republican. It's about these companies. Dude, the bottom line is, it's real simple. I'll chalk it up for everybody real quick who doesn't know about this. YouTube was kicking ass, and they were beating television in ratings. TV was like, how are they doing this? We're losing all our viewers to YouTube, right? So what do? If you can't beat them, you buy them. You join them. Google is partners with all of those people. Go look up who owns Google and who owns who, and it all ties up together. So Google buys YouTube, and throughout the last 3 years, because you can't just buy it and then flip everything. Because YouTube is so big, and Google is so big, you can't just buy YouTube and flip it and try to screw it over. You got to slowly work your way to the goal, which is TV. That's why there's YouTube TV now. That's why the trending page is jacked up in America, and it's a joke, the trending page. And that is why you're having all these people shut down, the ad revenues cut, because they try to take away everybody's money. Because it doesn't matter if Joe Blow can't make money on YouTube anymore, because when CNN and NBC and CBS put out their shows, they'll get their advertising. Because when CNN puts out a news video, man beheaded by ISIS, ads play in front of it.
Yes, it does.
But when you make a video about ISIS and a beheading, your video is flagged. Not only is your video doesn't make money, but it actually might get flagged too. So there's a huge...
And then you get put on a strike, and then you end up in your situation.
Double standard to the maximum.
YouTube is hurting the wrong people. They're hurting the backbone of YouTube.
No, they're hurting the right people. They want to hurt you. That's the point. They don't want you here.
Their agenda.
They don't want you here anymore. This whole thing is an agenda to bring mainstream TV back to all the viewers who are on YouTube. It's so clear as day. It's a hostile takeover. It's so clear. People don't even understand. It is so clear. Disney, CBS, NBC. Why do you think the trending tab is filled with Comedy Central and NBC and CNN? And they buy Casey Neistat, one of the biggest vloggers on YouTube. They buy Shay Carl. PewDiePie says no. He's under an umbrella of a YouTube network owned by Disney, but Disney couldn't buy him. And YouTube tried to do that show with him, so they smeared him. They smeared him, and then they fired him. And that even has questionable stuff along with it. So, it goes on and on and on and on. It's so clear what they did. It's so obvious to me. So that's why places like VidMe are important. It's important for you guys to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And that's why I made a Twitter. That's why I've been live on Twitch for years. You do not put your eggs in one basket. And VidMe is doing better. VidMe just got ads. So
Did they really?
VidMe's in beta with actual ads, so get ready. vid.me/Joe Cronin Show. You guys have already got 25,000 views on VidMe. I trend on VidMe. It's a smaller platform. I'm able to trend on VidMe. It reminds me of YouTube 2007. To be honest.
So is that your ultimate goal then, to switch over to VidMe, or are you still going to keep your YouTube?
No, because no platform still, despite all the bad disgustingness, you can still use YouTube. And YouTube is still the best place to be discovered. Okay? There's still nowhere. You can go live on twitch.tv. You're not going to get discovered by too many people at once, more people at once. You're going to have the same audience being there. So YouTube is still the best place to be discovered by new people. So you can't just abandon YouTube, but you gotta hold a Tuesday show on Twitch, a Wednesday show on VidMe, and that type of thing, and you've got to build that way. And you've got to have Patreon. You've got to have people supporting you with, unfortunately, with money. People that actually care about your show will give you a couple bucks. I support creators up to like $20 a month. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I support. If I care about somebody, I'm gonna at least give you $1. If I really love someone's show and I watch them every day, I know they're not getting much money. I'm gonna at least give them $1, and that's what I do because I freaking care about shows. So I'm gonna give you $1. So that's why I ask, hey guys, want to help me? Patreon. If 500 people give $2, that's $1,000 a month. We're off to the races with making more videos and feeling okay, and I'm able to take care of everything I need to take care of, and we're good. And people, I have one of the best fan bases in the damn YouTube community. You guys are beasts.
Well, hell, not to like be on the whole train here, but yeah, I just got your shirt, and so I mean,
yeah, dude, that was sick. I seen that on Twitter, but yeah, man, when people send me pictures of that shirt, I'm like, man, that's crazy. It still blows my mind. I don't have good shirts. They're just like little things. They're not the best. JD has great ones. I don't have good ones. Harry K5 says, talking about Patreon, that's a scam according to YouTube. What? Oh yeah. Somebody said that. Like somebody said, oh, their thing got taken down. But you know what they did was, you have to be careful with Patreon. Like what they did was, if you put links to it all over your thing, and then you hold it up and whatever, yeah, somebody got hit with a scam thing or some crap or whatever. But it depends on how you run it. But you never know. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Joe, I recently did a broadcast where I interviewed a guy that had a tumor in his brain. He was in a coma for the longest time, and I called interviewing a miracle, a walking miracle. The video goes up, boom, they demonetized it just like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
no
all
swearing, nothing. There was nothing wrong with the title, just like, and they still haven't remonetized it.
Wait till you start getting strikes. Oh, that'll be fun. It's a mess. The algorithm's a mess, dude. The whole thing's a mess. We'll find out what's happening. I still don't have an answer yet from YouTube. This is the longest I remember them taking to come up with a result for a appeal that I can really remember. Listen, I'm going to take a phone call here. Maybe get back to SmackDown. I don't know what they're going to talk about. We'll talk about anything. 508, what's up? Hey, 508.
There.
What was that?
Is Champ there?
Oh,
God.
Jesus. Come on.
I know where he was going. I know where he was going with that.
You know what makes me sad is that's somebody who lives near me. Like, that person does not live far from me. Is that's it's Kevin Scampoli's dad. That was Kevin Scampoli's dad.
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's
who is Champ?
Champ Chong. He's a friend of mine. Was it Champ Chong you're talking about? Champ Chong's making videos again.
Oh yeah, I don't know who Champ Chong is. I can't help you with that. But
Champ Chong is a guy who does a lot of gaming videos. He had like hundreds of thousands of subs. He's a friend of mine, and he's from Australia. That's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
I like Champ Chong.
Might have to go look up his some videos of him.
He's been really not doing many videos lately. I don't know what his thing is. 832, what's up?
What's up, Joe? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Good.
Pretty good, man. I'm the one that's dealing with Harvey. Pop off?
Oh, well, there's actually a lot of you guys, but I remember you, yes.
Yeah.
Were you the one with the tornado, or were you the one with the tornado, or the water all over the houses?
The tornado.
Okay, yeah, because I saw that. So you didn't really get water, but you got a tornado.
Yeah, no, we got the water too. The tornado was the one that fucked up the house.
Jesus
that
Christ.
sucks, bro. I saw that on Twitter. I saw him retweet that shit.
I
feel bad for you, bro. That sucks.
Where were you when the tornado happened?
Well, I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually at my girlfriend's house, which was on the north side of town. And, I heard the tornado came through our neighborhood, and I came home and found my house just in ruins.
Wait a second, is that? I mean, I saw the house. Like, it's your house is standing, but like, is it like tore up in areas? Like, I saw the picture.
Yeah, what it looks like is basically the tornado went through the neighborhood and fucked up the roof.
Yeah.
And with the amount of rain we had, it flooded out the ceiling, and the ceiling collapsed on just about everything in the house.
Jesus Christ, dude! I'm sorry, dude. That's insane.
So nice.
I feel horrible
and
for you guys.
What's really weird about the whole tornado was my next door neighbors, their roof actually collapsed on them because of the tornado. But I guess I had all the debris hit my roof, and it just, with all the water accumulation from Harvey, it ended up just, collapsing on top of all our shit. So.
Jesus, man. Do you even know yet, like, what's up? Is it like, like, oh, got to get a new roof? Or is it like, oh, this whole thing has to come down? Or like, what?
Well, I think what's going to happen is we got an insurance guy coming on Tuesday to look at our shit. So hopefully they'll just replace the whole fucking house.
Hopefully.
If your insurance can cover your whole house, oh man, you're set. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but at least you'd be set that way.
What do you have? Do you have insurance? Honestly, do you have hurricane insurance or something? I mean, like, what kind of insurance would that even be, or do you even know?
Well, we have homeowners insurance. We also have flood insurance too. But if you file for a claim and it gets denied, you can report it to FEMA, and FEMA can turn it around to get it approved.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those claims.
Oh, I know.
Those
it's a pain in the ass, but
yeah. Well, but I mean, at least it's there, and I mean, hopefully it covers most of it. I wonder how Kieran's doing or whatever. I don't know if you remember this, but like, a couple of years ago, I said this. We sent him $400 on a credit card or something because we raised money for him, and his dog. He had his dog in a kennel, and when he went to work, like, the house got ruined and the dog died in the kennel. And I was like, oh my God. I found out about that later. I was like, dude, why'd you leave your dog in a kennel? But anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, is that guy still down there? Did his stuff get flooded all over again? I mean, like, that'd be terrible. But the pictures I'm seeing are terrible.
There was one town that's been flooded out 3 times in this 1 year alone.
It's time to get out of there.
Crazy.
It's time to get out of there. I mean, you know what I mean? Because you know what's happening is the planet's going through a change. And you know what? I don't know. We've never seen anything like this the last 5-10 years. Things have really gotten weird. It's gotten really weird over the last 3 years. I'm not trying to go Alex Jones on everybody and get crazy. But, and forget like why the reason is. Forget the reason why. Forget global warming or this or that. I mean, maybe it is global warming. Honestly, my theory is it might be. And if it is global warming, this is like Game of Thrones, bro. This is like we're all fighting with each other on the planet, but there's something going on with the planet that we don't understand, or something's coming. Is it Planet X? Is it the planet just changing? Is it us polluting the planet? I don't know. But there's a change happening. Like the earthquakes in Chile, and like the earthquakes that we're seeing everywhere are ramping up everywhere. The hurricanes, the weather in Massachusetts is bizarre. I don't know what's going on in New England. So it's just like, I feel like they're the White Walkers. Like the planet are the White Walkers, and like everyone's fighting about North Korea and Trump and the wall and black and white, and we're all going back to this stupid crap. But it's like, no, we really need to worry about making sure that we know what's going on geographically with the Earth right now, because something's weird. No matter what the reason is for that, it's happening. Something's weird.
Yeah, and the thing is the media is they're gonna report whatever they report. But the thing is Harvey. All hurricanes, tropical storms, tropical depressions, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're controlled by high pressures. And the thing is we had a high pressure sitting over the middle of Texas, and we had a high pressure coming in from Louisiana. Okay? And when a hurricane approaches the high pressure, it's going to stall out, or it's going to go around it.
Right.
Well, the problem was, with hurricanes, they always go northwest because high pressures force them to go that way. So when you have 2 high pressures that are blocking its route to get out, it's going to stall out like it did over Houston.
Yeah, it just stayed. It just stayed over you.
I don't think it's necessarily global warming. I think it was just because it's one of those things that just happens. You had 2 high pressures meeting, and you had a hurricane trying to go through them, and it just didn't fucking happen.
Just like really bad luck, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not saying it's global warming either. I'm not even saying it's global warming. Like, I'm just saying, like, it could be the planet just doing it. It just could be a change. But if you, and I'm not trying to be a fearmonger either, because it could just be fearmongering, but I mean, it just seems like lots of stuff is going on everywhere, and I can't tell if lots of stuff is really happening everywhere, or am I just freaking out because social media has never been covered the world like it does now, you know?
And I think that's what it is. I think it's social media just covers everything. You're going to hear about earthquakes in India. You're going to hear about earthquakes in Hawaii. We hear about it all the time. You know, it's nothing to freak out about. It's a normal thing for Earth, you know?
Right.
And I don't think that, you know, and you just got to understand, like, shit like this happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy my family's safe. Everybody's alive. No one got hurt. You know, shit like this is going to happen. You know, my house is going to be destroyed, but it can be replaced. My shit's going to be lost forever, but it can be replaced. As long as my family's safe, that's all that matters.
In the end, that is all that matters. I mean, later on, it sucks. It is emotional to lose. I know it's ridiculous. You know, the family's okay. That's all that matters. But it is still emotional to lose items. You know, you get like. So I mean, I feel bad for everybody, no matter what you lost. Nobody should lose anything. And somebody made fun of me. Someone was like, "Hey, Joe, you don't even have a house, Joe." It's like, yeah, but you know what though? If when I finally own a house, like maybe next year or whenever I finally own a house, I think of how hard I worked for that, and when I get it, so I'm seeing all these people who do have houses, and like, dude, that's emotional. Like, you work, man, you work hard, or whatever the hell you did, you know, to have a house.
Your house is what you make it. You don't have to have a house physically. A house is where you call home. And often people think, oh yeah, I live in an apartment. That's your house. That's your home. That's where you call home.
Yeah, I know. I get you there, Tommy, but just like that homeless guy.
He's absolutely right, dude. You could live under a cardboard box. You could live in a mansion. You could live in a normal house.
Well, I live in a nightmare right now.
You got your family there. That is your home, you know?
Yes.
And
that's where you lay your hat.
Yeah.
I live in a two-room nightmare right now. I don't like this home at all. Come and take this one. I don't care. Come and take it.
I was going to say, you still having a problem with those flies there, Joe?
No, you know what? They're all gone, thank God. But anyway, listen, to the caller, dude. Yeah, I'll talk to you on Twitter, man. Let me know what happens. I'm interested, and thanks for calling. I'm glad you're okay, and I'm sorry, dude. That just blows. It just shouldn't happen, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all good, man. No problem. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody that's in the chat, and I want to thank everybody that's part of your show because, you know, y'all are like another family for me. So I want to thank everyone. So. Yeah,
man. Let us know if something weird happens. I don't know. We're here to help somehow if we can.
Mm-hmm. No, y'all are helping just by being on air. Seriously. So it gives me something to listen to. It gets me off of the topic, you know, and you know, regardless of how bad SmackDown or Raw was, I get to hear about it. So I'm happy that I get to hear about it because I haven't seen it.
SmackDown sucked.
You know. It wasn't. It was boring. Just go. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, All right, man. I'll have to look up the highlights of on YouTube, and they're probably gonna just fucking fix the crowd noises no matter what. So.
Yeah, there was no crowd noise, so they'll add it if anything.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
It was a quiet crowd, man.
Hey,
I do
want
to say this
Natalia said that you were the Baron Corbin of the women's division.
Oh, yeah, Natty was talking to James Ellsworth, and then she called, who did she say that to, Luke?
Carmella.
Yeah, she told Carmella that Carmella was the Baron Corbin of the women's division.
She said, if you ever try to cash in on me, I'll make you the Baron Corbin of the women's division.
Ooh.
Look, you know what? I hate to say this, but the way the world's going, I guarantee it. Ellsworth's going to go through a quote-unquote sex change and become a woman and just participate in the women's division.
Oh, my God, he kind of does. I don't know if you've ever seen my...
Santina?
I don't know if you've seen my WWE 2K streams, but I've got a character called Transgender Emma. He kind of looks like Trans Emma. Oh, my God.
There you go.
He's going to be Trans Ellsworth. I got to tell everybody something. I'm going to talk to my wife right now. Honey, I won't be home. I cut it off. What? And then JBL just comes in and goes, he cut it off? What the hell does that mean? And I'm never going to get it back again. It's gone. I went to the doctor and I took care of it. And from now on, I want all you people to understand that my name isn't James Ellsworth. My name is now
Tanya.
Jennifer Ellsworth.
Hey, I mean, if he wants to keep it close to James, he can call himself Jamie. I mean, it's a guy.
Jennifer Sullivan. And then and then JBL's like, wait a minute, he cut it off. What the hell? You know, like, oh my God. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go, man. Thanks for the call, and I'm glad you're okay. And keep us updated on Twitter.
All right, Joe. Take care.
All right, man. All right, well, shout out to all you guys, man. I'm really thinking of you guys. You know, I don't like get all mushy with stuff, but I do, man. Off the air, I'm going through Twitter like, man, I hope everybody's all right. I really, really hope everybody's okay. I know there's some people that might not be, that aren't even in contact with me right now. That's what I'm worried about. But, you know, just, we're here. I don't know. Tweet and talk, and we'll get you videos of stuff. I don't know. I'll send you a porn or something. I don't know. All right. So, let's take another call, I guess.
Byron sucks. Byron, what the hell did he mean by cut it off?
Byron, this is your fault because
this is all
2 months ago when we were in the shower, you told him about... All right, 646, what's up?
What up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, man?
God.
Yeah. Joe,
Yes.
what I wanted to say was I didn't like that they had Ty Dillinger lose like that. That's what I didn't like about the show. They should have personally had it with AJ Styles versus Ty Dillinger. Then Baron Corbin attacks the match, and then we set up a triple threat match or Hell in a Cell, just like we was about to get with Kevin Owens versus John Cena in 2015 as Cesaro.
I don't know, man. Like, I wasn't happy with any of it. I'm not really happy with AJ versus Ty. I'm not really happy with AJ versus Baron. Like, I don't want to see that. I would have rather Baron versus Ty, and then AJ does something else. But you know, Baron interfered with the match, so Ty was like trying to rush to get the match going. So he sort of lost because of the distraction of Corbin in a way. So like, I don't know, that's passable to me. But I get it. I get you. It is a little BS, but I totally get it. I got to go to this call, man. This is my buddy over in Australia. We got to go to him, man. Speaking of earthquakes, speaking of earthquakes, it is Nick from Australia. What's up, Nick? Hey, Nick.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
I'm very disappointed in SmackDown today.
Yeah, lackluster, I would say.
Definitely lackluster. I'd give it a 4 out of 10 or a 3.5, but I'm going to go with a 3.5 because I like being negative sometimes.
I think... Do you think it was better? Like, I'm really having a tough time, but I'm going to say it's like, it was just slightly worse than Raw. Or I'm going to give Raw the edge just because Raw at least...
Yeah, I agree.
Raw at least had some moments that were like, whoa, you know, like that was... What was that? You know, but like SmackDown had none of that. It was just cruise control.
Yeah, I think Raw was better by probably just a little bit. But, yeah, it's really hard for me to be positive on SmackDown because when Raw finished yesterday, about 6 hours later, my fucking pop died.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. Did you? Wait a minute. Who died?
My pop died.
Oh my god!
Wait, what?
And I'm in a pretty fucking bad mood. So SmackDown was on, and I wasn't in a good mood, and it was bad. So it made my mood pretty worse.
Why did that happen? Was he?
Oh well, I was expecting it to happen because it was old age and whatnot, and he's been in a retirement home and he did want to die, but I didn't want it to happen, but it happened. And
wait a minute? Is this your dad or your grandfather?
Grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay, so because Pop, like here, sometimes people, you know, will say that about their father. So I didn't know. I was like, oh my god, I thought your dad died. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. My grandmother died a couple of years back, and but I get you, man. Yeah, sorry to hear about that. That's awful. But yeah,
I just want to say, man, I'm a religious person myself. Your grandfather's in a better place now.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah,
it's not just to say to you, it's not goodbye. It's I'll see you later.
Hey, Justin Bailey. Justin Bailey just said he's going to put you in a better place in the Twitter. Tommy. There's a little bit of edge about you and Bailey right now. I feel like Tommy. There's a little bit of something going on there.
I was gonna say, Tommy, do you honestly believe that you roasted Bailey and not the other way around? Because Bailey absolutely just destroyed you. I'm sorry.
I brought it back. I brought it. You know, I brung it. You know what I'm saying? When he was coming back at me.
You might have tried, but you didn't do very well. I'm just saying.
Well, he did pretty good. I mean, it was, but yeah, I think he got you. I think, but there's a lot of heat right now. Like he tweeted me earlier, like what, like I don't, and I'm not sure what's up with the both of you, but I mean he tweeted me earlier, like why is Tommy a bitch, and I don't know why he said that.
I'm not a bitch. He's acting like a bitch, like it's like honestly he's the one it wants to gloat that says that you pay him and stuff, and he throws around that all the time. So like if somebody was getting paid by somebody, you think they'd keep that to themselves instead of gloating about it. That's one of the things I have a problem with him is
he gets paid about 50 cents.
Can we have a triple threat match between you, Keemstar, and Justin Bailey? Oh my gosh, in a Hell in a Cell match, please. Oh, that'd make my day. Oh my god.
I'd take Keemstar and then I shove him up Justin Bailey's ass. That's what I do.
Well, good luck fitting him up there. Oh, he'll go right in. Keem's head would go right into Bailey. You haven't seen Keem's Justin Bailey's bunghole. It will go right in there, man. I'm telling you, it's going right in. Everybody listening.
At least I don't send my poop pictures to people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't even think you do poop. You're like Kim Jong-un. You don't poop, like you don't.
Well, I don't masturbate, but I do poo. I do poop.
Oh, that does okay. Thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling me that. I wish I'd rather it the other way around. I'd rather you wax it, but you don't poo. That okay?
Damn,
gross,
dude. Man.
And
where's Simmons when you need him?
Tommy,
or, Ron Simmons.
Tommy, will you kill yourself for wearing that shirt? No, I'm just kidding. No, but I thought you had the Keem one on. Keem has a shirt like that.
Here's the thing. I want to have a shirt like this with my face on it and stuff like that. I want to know where I can get that done because I'd love to like sell shirts like this, but with my face on it.
Oh man, I don't do that. Tommy, listen, no. I love you, man. I'm gonna let you go, Tommy. You're a beast. Tommy NC 2010 channel. Or whatever it is. What was it? Tommy 2010 NC channel? Tommy NC 2010 on YouTube. Thanks, Tommy.
Tommy 2010.
Go watch
NC
him on
channel.
Go watch him on Tosh.0 and MTV's Made and then go watch the videos on his channel that will make you then leave. No, he's got crazy stuff. I love Tommy. You never know what Tommy's gonna upload. Like you just never know. So yeah, Nick, sorry to hear about that. What else did you think? Anything else, Nick?
Yeah, well, I reckon the worst part about SmackDown was the tag team main event, and the best thing about SmackDown for me was the Dolph Ziggler promo backstage.
I actually missed the Dolph Ziggler thing, so he did a decent one last week, so he stepped it up again, I guess, huh?
Yeah, he's been doing a decent job now, and he keeps saying like every week, "Oh, Little Rock, nah, next week," and then next week, wherever they're at, they'll be like, Dolph Ziggler will probably do the same thing, and he'll be like, "Nah, next week." Like he'll just keep doing it. Next week.
Yeah, people are saying that he's on his way out or something coming up here. Like he's done.
I heard rumors too about his departure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure.
Because I remember that fucking girl that Joe put on that one time. That girl that was that big slut that was talking about Dolph Ziggler leaving. That whore. What's her name again?
Loogie?
No, not Loogie.
Oh no. I mean, I don't know what. Who?
That fucking slut that you were talking about one time who was talking about Dolph Ziggler and her having sex that time?
Oh yes, the girl and you. Yeah, the filthy girl. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wrong. God bless. I'm so sorry.
Oh, she's a fucking goon, man.
Why did I shouldn't have tried to guess. What if I didn't mean that? All right. Nick, thanks for the call, man. Sorry about your pop, your grandfather there. Sorry about your pop, man. 770, what's up?
What's up, Joe? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's going on? Oh, I'm gonna hear about this.
Man. Yo, is Tommy still on the line?
No, he's not, but
yeah.
He's always listening, I'm sure.
Man, I was just calling in to tell Tommy, fuck Justin Bailey. He's just mad because his wife's vagina smells like ass.
Oh my god!
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why.
How dare you speak of? How dare you speak of Lakeisha like that?
I'm just tired of him talking shit to Tommy every fucking time.
He really is going hard on Tommy though. But I mean, I don't know. Lakeisha doesn't smell to me, but But you know what? he does go hard on Tommy, though. I will say
he really does. Sometimes I feel bad for Tommy. You know, he just needs to get a good joke in there once in a while. You know, and then he'll probably end up winning the argument. But you know, Justin Bailey, he's a dick.
I think Bailey's loving. I think he's like enjoying this, like especially when Tommy like sends him like angry messages.
Yeah.
Hey, just be happy that he isn't here now on the call, okay? Because
I was actually looking forward to talking to Tommy.
No, I think he wanted to pump up Tommy. I think he wanted to be like, yeah, go get him. You know, this ain't over. You know.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Tommy. You know, yeah.
You gonna be Tommy's hype man?
Hit him with that left uppercut, and he's over.
Yeah, Tommy can be Mayweather. He'll come back in the end. You know.
Oh God.
His whoop is an 8.
Dude, I'm telling you what though, man. Mayweather came out looking like a babyface at the end of that. Anybody like people that didn't like him and like trolls wanting to see him lose. I wanted to see Mayweather lose for the last like 7 fights he had. But after this, I'm actually happy for him. I was like, that was cool. Like and
well, that's because he turned face.
He did. He turned face, bro. Like but yeah, what a brilliant guy though. But even when he wasn't face, so to speak, with everybody. The guy is a brilliant dude. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about that today. I was like, damn, Mayweather is a smart dude. Like, he is, like, crazy smart. He's on a level that I don't think people understand. Like, as far as producing, marketing, and fighting, and psychology. Like, it's,
I don't know. Not reading.
What?
Not reading.
No? Oh, wait, and his wife, too. I mean, you know, he could slap her around a little bit, but... other than that, you know, I don't know if I agree with that, but you know, hey, sometimes you know, shut up. You know, I don't know. All right, thanks for the call, man. I'll let you go. I'll tell Tommy. Tommy heard that. He's all pumped up right now. I guarantee.
I hope Tommy heard that. Yep.
Dude, he's walking around his apartment right now, like pumped up that somebody called like that to say that. I guarantee it. He's eating chicken.
Oh my god! Oh my
probably
god!
Probably doing some push-ups right now.
Oh, if only he would do a push-up. Tommy, start. I'm telling him, dude. I'm 33 and I'm out of shape when I started doing stuff. Tommy, you better start doing some stuff, man, or look up a picture of John Candy. That's the future if you don't start doing something. All right, man. Thanks for the call. That guy was great. Great call. I hope Tommy's listening. He's got a big smile on his face. He's eating a chicken bone right now. You know, you could crawl right up to a dildo. Go ahead and crawl right up with it. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Tommy wants this chicken sandwich that's conveniently next to me from Chick-fil-A, I mean, he could have it as long as he doesn't show us or show him eating it on cam. I'm all for that.
Oh, God.
Here you go, Tommy.
He has ruined, I'm telling you, he ruined so much food for Leah. It's almost unbelievable, man. He's like the grossest eater ever. And the weirdest thing about that, the fact that he's the grossest eater ever, is like a lot of his shows are like on food. But it's like... What you need to do is, like, say you're sitting down to eat, like, show quick montages of the food being delivered, and, like, you hold it up like, oh, this is good, and then cut away and cut around, and then when you're done eating, come on and be like, we had the lobster, and that was great, and then this happened. But his reviews are, like, him munching on it. Like, I don't want to see that. Just give me the review. Show the dining experience, show the food, but then cut to the review of the food. But don't be like, so we're going to try this chicken now. Like,
yeah.
Oh, like I'm not watching that.
Slobbering on his double chins.
Anybody who does food reviews on YouTube who does that, I mean, you might as well. It's like torture for me. It's literally it's the same thing as nails on a chalkboard. I start feeling like I might throw up on myself.
Oh.
Anyway, we've gone completely off with SmackDown. I talked a lot about SmackDown before with Luke. Luke, I'm gonna let you go, man. Good. Thanks for coming to hang out with me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Luke is a beast. Just call me Luke. Anytime you want to plug anything, Luke, you make sure you tell me. Luke has donated so much to the show that he just gets to come on and plug stuff at this point. And now it's time to end the show. All right, no, let's talk real quick. Let's talk about this. I gotta once again shout out the guys and let you guys know that up on Patreon right now for free is a poll. Do you want me to come to your city with a wrestler? Do you want me to come to your city with like a former WWE superstar or a wrestler we like. Joe Cronin on tour with Cody Rhodes or Kenny Omega? Like, I don't know. It wouldn't be one of those guys, I don't think. But it'd be somebody. I could do RYBACK. Hey, Joe, move over. But so, in all seriousness, the poll is up on Patreon right now. Please go vote on the poll. It's free to vote. You don't even have to be a patron to vote on this poll. It's free for everybody. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Download the app, Patreon. 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 It's an orange piece of crap looking app, and the app is beautiful. When I upload special videos only for patrons, it shows up in a line. It's a YouTube video. It plays for you. You guys support the show. $2 a month, $1 a month, $5 a month. There's different perks. You guys get bonus videos and all the extra content, plus Corrupted podcast in full, and access to the live show with Ken and Justin Bailey, and more coming. I got to shout out the new patrons. Again, Cody, Gouda. Is it Gouda? I don't know. I hope I did your last name right, man, but I appreciate the $4 for the 4 horsemen. Also, Fidel Pena, $5 a month. Adam Valdez, $5 a month. And Elijah dropped $1 a few minutes ago. Thank you guys for being new patrons. Thanks to all the longtime patrons. And you guys are the ones that keep the show going. Without you, I'd be dead. I'd be working 3 jobs somewhere else again. I wouldn't be doing all these podcasts and website things, and I wouldn't be buying sex dolls from oops. Oh, boy. Hit me up on Twitter, @RealJoeCronin. We'll talk on Twitter if you want. Talk about that poll. Please let me know if you guys would buy tickets to the shows. If I brought a wrestler, maybe another YouTuber. We did a tour. We're going to go around the country. I would say that each show would have to have at least 25, 20 people at it. Maybe 10, 20 people. I don't know. The wrestler we bring would have to, get a few people in the door, too. We'll figure it out. Los amo a todos. My name is Joe Cronin. Amo perros en la noche. Amo perros en la noche. I wanna touch a dog. Didn't some girl get arrested for trying to do a dog the other day? I saw that on Yahoo.com. That's weird. All right, guys. Thanks to Twitch for listening to me on Twitch. I may be streaming Diablo live in a little while. So Twitch, I might be coming back. So keep your alerts on for me, Twitch. And shout out to everybody who jumped over to Corrupted Podcast for the live feed of SmackDown Review. Hit that sub button for Corrupted. Hit that sub button for YouTube.com/Joe Cronin Show, my real YouTube channel. And I blabbered on enough. Bye. Luke had to get one in.
Crazy and pulled out his penis. I like Roman Wayne's penis.
Oh, thanks,
My
Luke.
My name is Skylar Fat.
This is for Tommy Lol.
Thanks, Luke. That is for Tommy. That might be Tommy. Luke, thanks for the late donation, man. Appreciate that shit. Glad I caught it. I was about to go off. About to get off and get out and get it. Thank you, Luke. Thank you to Jake, Huston, Harry, and Nick, and Arush, and Chu, and everybody else. Take it out. Take it out. Stroke it. Take it out. Tu mama chupa mi pene. 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 Mama chupa mi pene. Toda la noche, toda la noche. Tu madre chupa mi pene. Toda la noche, toda la noche, toda la noche. Fuck your mother. 1, 2, 3. Put my freaking penne in your mom's freaking face. Toda la noche. Tu mama chupa mi pene. Toda la noche. Tu mama chupa mi pene. 1, 2, 3 in your mom's face. Bye. For real. I gotta get out. What am I doing?